Hey, welcome back. There's a new update today. It's 25W02A. That rhymed. I mean, yes, 25W02A. It's a new snapshot you can play that Mojang has released today. Hooray. Okay, what I'll do is I'll jump into a new world here. There are new pigs, but they don't actually look like this. I've just done a lot of changes with my resource pack. This is actually all 3 pigs combined into one. Don't worry, I will get rid of that right now. Right, so we have warm pigs and cold pigs. These are the warm pigs. I've just changed it with commands. They don't actually spawn in plains biomes. They only spawn in the hotter climates. And they look like this. Of course, this is one of the first most noticeable changes in this update. You can change the variant with cold. And if you do that, they change into cold pigs. And they look kind of funny. But these are woolly pigs. They're Mangalitsa pigs. They are actually real. And you'll notice that they are slightly bigger than the regular pigs. And that's because they have an extra layer of wool around them. They share a different model to regular pigs. I can simply change this back to warm and you'll notice they shrink a little bit in size. Now, the first thing I did with these guys is I tried to shear them. Because they have wool, you might as well try, right? And this is what happens when you shear them. Nothing. So I did use a resource pack for this to take off their clothes. They now look like this. Why are you always doing that? So yeah, you can ride on their backs. Anyway, so yeah, we have variants of pigs now. We have 3 variants of pigs. You can add additional variants with the data pack because pigs are now data driven. Since this is a temperate biome, it's a plains biome, they will spawn your regular pig variants like this. In order to spawn your cold pigs, you have to go to a cold climate like a taiga, like this, and you've got your woolly pig. And should you go to a savanna, for example, you'll find that they will spawn your warm pigs. I've now been educated with the ways of the Sus scrofa domesticus. Big snapshot here, and we don't have fireflies yet, but now John has specified 2 things that are true. 1, the update did drop on January 8th, and 2, we have pig variants. Move away from the pigs and you travel across to a forest, you will find a couple of things that are new. There are leaf particles that you'll notice. They don't physically interact with the world, so what I mean is just because leaves are falling from these leaf blocks, they're not creating these new blocks called leaf litter. These are just decorative blocks that spawn naturally in the world, and they have no correlation to the existence of these leaf particles. But in any case, if you add these leaf blocks in yourself, they will still trigger these particles. There's really nothing you can do about that. So it's a good way to update these old biomes that have existed from the start of time. I will say though, some variants to these leaf litters would be nice because the sheer plethora of brown requires some variation in color, especially in a saturated green backdrop. So the leaf litters are exactly the same as your pink petals if you place them down. They just behave the same way. So these are obtainable in survival mode. All you need to do is punch them and then you'll get a ton of them because the more you place down, the larger they are on the ground. Or you can smelt for them. You can put an oak leaf in there and then some fuel, and this oak leaf block will be smelted down into leaf litter. It's just dried leaves. So this is a major decorative touch to existing forest biomes. So let's seek out a birch forest. And there we go. So we've got the new wildflowers here. Same thing. They act as the 4-sided blocks, which are the same as the leaf litters. So you place down 4 of these, you can do that. Same thing with the wildflowers. You've got 4 of these. They act like petals as well. And once again, in this forest, you have leaf particles falling down. It really is the birch forest update we've all wanted. Wild update part 2. All right, now about that rock. Lodestones used to be crafted like this. Now it is crafted like this. That was all that rock image was for. Iron blocks have a new sound. If you want to hear it, this is what it is. I like it. I think it sounds material appropriate. Creakings can once again be name tagged, and they now become persistent throughout the day if you do so. Now, the reason I'm laughing about this is because I did something. So there he is. Hey, so that is this is Twig, guys. Say hi, Twig. Yo, what's up? And so it is daytime right now. It doesn't look like it, but that's because in a pale garden biome, this is always what it's like during daytime. It is daytime. And because it is daytime, this guy stays, and I can hit him forever. Now his creaking heart is all the way down here. I actually spawned it in myself during the stream. Come follow me. All right. Go to my room. He loves it here. You like it here? You're now in my house. Twig. All right, Twig. Thank you for coming. I must go now. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Alright, now I'm... Oh, I'm in here because Mansion's now also... Whoa. And we're back. So I totally didn't die just then. And he's gonna be here forever. You can't kill him because he's a twig, lifeless. He's still feisty too. And I will not... And so goodbye. The text components in tell raw and title are now no longer read as JSON, but with SNBT, which is a very big deal. This explains why Geggy tweeted a backslash, but it doesn't explain why King B Dogs tweeted out a rat instead of a frog when announcing the snapshot last night. Like, what the heck, dude? If I wanted to give myself an item, let's say a diamond sword with a custom item name, which is one of the most common things that you'll use JSON with, you can simply type in text :ASDF. And that does the same thing. If you wanted a color, red. And now you have it in red. There is now also a strict argument when it comes to filling things and other similar structure placing mechanics, such as the load function in structure blocks. And I think it's fantastic. So what I'll do here is I'll do /fill, and I'll fill in a roughly 20 by 20 by 20 area, -10, air, and then you can say strict. And what that does is it will not trigger block updates. Watch this. So here you can see there is now a wall of water that is not flowing in naturally to refill this area with water. This is an air bubble. And I can also jump back in here and swim and land back in because it's air. Now, if I did this without strict and just ran this as air, suddenly the water would fill back in slowly. I'll do it over here. You can see the water comes right back in and fills in that air bubble. I did this one on stream. I did lava instead of air. You have an obsidian block on the outside, and this is filled with lava on the inside, simply because the water and lava interacted with a block update. You can see that right here. Now, if I ran this, but with strict, all of a sudden, this does not update. You've got lava and water on the sides, and they do not create obsidian. This is fantastic. If I switch this back to survival mode, I would be dead. There are some changes to existing arguments, for example, hover events and click events that should have been changed a long time ago, but now you can see that they have been changed. There is now a block tag for replaceable by mushrooms, and I believe this is related to end portals being overwritten by mushrooms. Awakened Redstone assures me this is no longer possible. Okay, we'll see about that. Where are you, end portal? Why is it always the hardest thing to find around here? Oh, there's a trial chamber over there. Alright, it's over here. Mycelium, mushroom, bone meal. Can't believe it took them this long to fix this up. Alright, let's see. Alright, fine. And that is all for this update. Let me chill with my temporal mold eggs as I close off this video. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Fireflies still aren't here, but oh, what are you doing? I look forward to the next snapshot.